Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to City of Gods. And also, especially, welcome to this is now day three of our charity week. For Clicky Clackity's charity week for benefiting Trans Lifeline. Thank you all so much. Hello, Megalosaurus Rex. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited, first of all, to be continuing our wonderful Pathfinder adventure today, but also just to have you all here for our charity week. So this week, Clickety Clackety is raising funds for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a grassroots organization that is currently offering emotional and financial support to trans people who are in crisis. It is an organization that was made for the trans community and by the trans community. So we are very happy to be raising funds for them for this week and for during Pride Month. So thank you all for joining, and thank you to everyone who has donated and supported over the past 2 days. We are already almost halfway at our goal, and we still have 5 more days to go. So thank you all so much for all of you who participated. However, this is going actually be the first day that is actually a continuous campaign and not one of the many one shots that we have been going through. So this is City of Gods. If you haven't encountered City of Gods before, this is our Pathfinder 2nd edition adventure. And these three folks that you see here are part of a group of demigods who have fallen to the earth after their home up in the sky amongst the other deities has exploded. And they're currently going through the jungles of Argoth, who is the god of war, and trying to make their way as mortals once more, and also try to find out what has happened and why the city that they called home is no longer there. Um, all that to say, we I have said so much that is just related to everything else that's going on without even introducing myself. So, hello, everyone. I'm Smoggles. I'm not a robot. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing everyone. Every character, every plant, every animal, every speck of dust that you see in this upcoming story, with the exception of three very distinct individuals. And I will go ahead and pass it on to Molly.
Hello, Internet. I am Molly. I use they, them pronouns. And I am playing Solio, who uses he, him pronouns. And he is or was, question mark, the demigod of canals, which sounds specific, and it is. And I think I would pass it on to Scarlett.
Hello, everyone. I am Scarlett. My pronouns are she, her. This is a chocobo who I don't know the name of, and we have decided for the day his name is Mambo. His pronouns are he, him. He's signed by Robbie Damon, which is just fun. And I am playing as Shen, demigod of the Death Watch, whose pronouns are they, them, or that ficus. I also pass this on to Garu.
That ficus over there. Hi, I'm Helena. I'm playing Garu. This is Helena speaking. Helena uses they and she pronouns, and Garu uses he and they pronouns. Garu is/was the god of wordplay and is trying to slowly but surely learn how to speak good again. And that's it.
All right. So, before we get started, I just want to give you information on how you can contribute to Trans Lifeline this week. You'll notice a little addition at the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, which is the QR code with which you are able to donate to Trans Lifeline. You can also click on type in the command exclamation point donate, and that will give you the link as well. Any amount is appreciated. No amount is too small. So appreciate everyone who has been helping so far. But now let's go into the recap and what has happened before. So, what first happened was Shen had been captured by the Knoll tribe known as the Bloodfangs. And during that time, Shen discovered multiple various things, including that the hold on, I'm getting a little bit of feedback. There we go. Was noticing multiple things, including that the Bloodfang tribe is also missing their demigod. They don't seem to know where the other demigods currently are. And they are their leader currently has a trident of some sort. And as Shen is trying to discuss with them about why they are here and talking about their demigod status, the Bloodfangs are having a lot of trouble believing that this mortal, clearly a mortal, was a demigod of any sort. So time pauses as Wakati, the god of time, discovers Shen in this cave, and you learn more information about this being the jungles of Argoth, and how Argoth, the god of war, would not be very happy to find out that there are demigods that aren't in your area. I'm sorry, Helena, what do you mean hearing?
Is the stream music playing out loud in your background? Well, now I don't hear it. Okay, that's weird.
It might be because the monitor is actually on and not muted. Thank you for telling me.
I detect.
Thank you.
Live streaming, people. You don't get stuff like this anywhere else.
So
we'll do it live. Sorry.
So we are in the midst of all of this. Wakati brings Shen back to where the rest of the people are, where they have met the foreman of the Steelfoot tribe, also known as Bella. And Bella has, yes, it was the fox ears. And Bella has very much gathered, partially because y'all just kind of booted her out of the conversation, but has very much figured out that all of you are demigods, and that you are all searching for your fellow demigods. All that to say, she offers to help you find one of your fellow demigods, Sharn, who is the god of the storms, whose trident Shen stole from the Bloodfang tribe. and who seems to be the trident seems to actually be trying to pull itself towards wherever Sharn might be, implying that Sharn might still be alive and might still be in the jungles. Which, if Argoth is mad about anyone who is not his children being in the jungles, that's a bad thing. In the meantime, the party assists Bella with one of her other issues, which is of a killer capybara, which turns out to not be a killer capybara. It turns out to be a chupacabra, and the automatons mix that up. And they actually find and save one of their fellow demigods, who is Bartho, god of the war machine, demigod of the war machine, and who is also Bella's patron. And they inspire Bella to be able to actually repair the demigod and heal him back to health. And it is also the first time since they have been thrown back down to the earth that they see a mortal's form of gratitude, known as an ember of praise, alight for the first time, as Bella shows appreciation towards her demigod, and begins granting him some of his old god power back. But that's a wonderful celebration. However, there is still the matter of finding Sharn, finding out if he's still alive, and if they can get there in time before something terrible happens. Welcome to City of Gods, Episode 5, Ring of Fire. All right. Hello. So
Ring of fire.
Ring of
Sorry.
Fire.
Turn on the ring
You're
of
just
fire. Turn
we're
on
just
the ring
waiting.
of fire.
You're just waiting until that was revealed. Till we were
I mean,
back.
we just completely ceased to exist while you all were watching that intro. So there's an existential crisis for you.
Perfect. All right. So, let's talk about what the plan is now. So, you
Yeah,
have
real quick, and I'm so sorry, and I hate that it took me 5 sessions to come up with this joke. But you said Argoth, and all that could go through my brain was just Argoth in the middle of the trees, and that has been playing in my head on repeat since you.
Yes.
for the intro. I needed other people to suffer with me.
Thank you.
Okay, well, you're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. We now have that in our,
I mean,
in
I
our
know
heads.
I'd love
Does
what
she
you
get
did, because
inspo?
what I do is our goth is an awesome goth. Did anybody else have to sing that?
For like vacation Bible school. Oh no. Oh,
I almost
We
I
are
always
learning.
picture just a pirate goth, like arr goth. But
Yeah.
These are
I don't have a
this is
song.
it. These are the 3 genders right here, everybody.
You found him.
happy pride.
Tag yourself.
Great. So,
Okay, one start,
let's
everybody.
let's get into it. Let's first address that Zareb is Dex is currently not available this evening, but Zareb is actually going to be doing a important task, which is going to be uh, actually getting from um, whoop, what's going on here?
We lagged. We lagged.
Yeah, we lagged.
Our
We
jokes were
lagged,
too
but it's
good.
like no, it's one of my programs that's just trying to deciding it wants to be a part of the stream today. Okay.
It said you weren't. You said you weren't a robot, and it was like, no. I got
Yeah.
this.
Excuse me. So the Zareb is currently learning about making a automaton from with the help of Bella. So Bella is going to actually be working to um, teach Zareb how to build this little construct. And that will take some time which y'all don't currently have. So you do have 2 automaton guards who will be assisting you in your search through the jungles to find Sharn. Yes, Shen.
Do they have names?
T1 and
The
T2.
best-
I was gonna say, can we call them Biggs and Wedge?
That's a better name, so yes.
Biggs and wedge. Biggs and wedge.
We gotta get that. We gotta get that in there.
had to do that somehow. Awesome. So yes. Biggs and Wedge are now a part of this party. So here we
It's
are.
canon.
It's canon. It's a canon event. Oh, I know. I think I know a way. No, that's not going to help actually. That's going to make things 10 times worse. So we're gonna go out into the jungles to find out where Sharn might be. So with that, I'm gonna change us into our jungle background, and then also whoever is holding the trident, I'm gonna ask you, and if you want to pass it off to someone else, you certainly can. But I'm gonna ask you
fine.
to make me 4 survival checks. And it's going you are going to add an extra +3 to that survival check roll, because the trident is currently pulling you in the direction that it's feeling Sharn's presence the strongest.
I'm rolling 4 survival checks.
Yes.
Do I add 3 each time?
You add
Or I'm
3
adding all
each
this
time.
up?
Yep. Each
Do you want the
time
separate-
each survival check you'll roll +3 each time. But this
Righteous.
is basically to find out how
Alive
much you're able
everyone's
to
gonna
get
be?
through the sections. What?
Oh, okay. How alive everyone's gonna be?
Sure.
Kinda.
Sure.
Do you want, so you want each number or you want it all added up?
I want each number individually.
Fantastic. I can do that for you. Oh, delicious. 26.
Great.
Whoa.
That's good. That's
Starting off
quite
strong
good.
this session.
14.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is 12 plus 7? 19.
19.
It's a hard one.
19.
You're good.
Amazing.
I was doing so
Just because I
good
didn't want to feel left out.
that my brain was just like, it could be anything, but it's not.
Buffering.
Thank you, a guy trying, for also helping with the quick math.
Quick math.
a guy is trying to help us with fast math, and we appreciate it. So, it is a rough getting through the jungles. Thankfully, you are partially helped by the fact that when you're actually in the Steelfoot domain, your two automaton companions, Biggs and Wedge, are also more familiar. So they know ways of, like, the trident's pulling you in a particular direction, but they know there's actually a faster route to go that same direction. So they're able to assist you there. You do notice you get into kind of Razorback tribe eventually, and actually Shen and Garu, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
All right.
Because Solio, you're focusing on doing the tracking.
That is a filthy little 20.
Filthy 20.
Filthy. A dirty
That's a
20.
21.
Great. You do notice that there are figures in the trees watching you, and you are aware that they are definitely like scaly humanoids, and you do recognize a couple of them as hunters of the Razorback. Clearly checking on who is going through their territory, but because of your high rolls, you are very aware that when they see you, it's they're like, okay. They were more alarmed by the automatons, but because it's you, they're not as concerned, and you're clearly on a mission. So they're just making sure that no one's invading their space right now.
Garu like tosses some hair over his shoulder and does a stealthy wink at one of them. To be like, I see you seeing me. Just like a little.
I just start with the tune of I always feel like somebody. And I think that's as much as we can do legally. So
That's
Get that
hold on
copyright
now.
Argoth, known for copyright striking people in the forest.
Exactly.
I mean, out of IP.
You do need to make camp at a certain point, and you do kind of figure, based on the fact that they are already watching you, that maybe making camp in the Razorback tribe lands is probably the better idea, because they will be watching, and therefore likely they will also make sure that nothing happens to you all. So that is another day passing, and then the trident pulls you, Solio, along to a river, or
that makes sense.
it's more of a stream at a certain point.
Can
but
we call it
is...
clickety clackety, roll to attackety?
No. That's the one point where I can have control and put my foot down.
You should set it down.
You should set it down. Gently.
Set it down. I set my foot down.
So
Just set it gently on the ground.
Yeah.
So, what you do eventually see is you do see a clearing, and you see you feel the Triant pulling you faster and faster, and to the point where like you're not sure how much you're running and how much it's just like dragging you along. And then you eventually it eventually opens up into this clearing, at which point you do see a you see a uh it is a human, but the human has fish scales on his forearms and fish scales on his hands, and uh, almost perfect windswept curls on his head, and is bare chested and has a kind of swimming trunks of the time on as well. And you also see that this person is covered in cuts and scrapes, and you also notice that the skin feels like an unhealthy dry, and you see this person crawling um towards the river, but you see that this person is probably about 60 feet or so away from the water. And Solio, you recognize this person as Sharn. He does not see you. You are currently about uh you're currently about 60 feet away from him.
Oh, I run. Oh, I am
Great.
like, Solly was like, Sharn, and is running and is like, um, um, uh, robot friends, can you help? We have to get him into the stream.
Solio, as you run, um, fiery portals uh appear above you, and two leopards fall onto the ground in front of you and between you and Sharn. And you know, they're leopards. Leopards are pretty common in the jungle. These leopards are on fire and are growling at you, um and kind of stalking you. And then you notice a third portal open up, and a leopard go through and fall down, and is looking directly at Sharn.
No.
And I am going to immediately have everyone roll for initiative, which with
Not
perception.
Fire leopards.
There's leopards
Oh.
on fire.
Fire, fire. That's not great. That's a nat one.
Oh,
But
yeah?
it's an 8 in total.
21 for me.
Hold on, sorry. Before we get into that.
In the percent.
Argoth throwing leopards at our feet.
God. I cannot
What?
believe y'all had to do that. Shen, what was yours?
21.
And Solio.
It's a 9.
All right, and Garu.
That was a nat 1 for a beautiful total of 8.
All right.
I 8.
Don't worry. In this game, we do not punish natural ones for this type of thing. Okay. These automaton boys. Okay, so let me roll everyone else's initiatives, and then we will get started with the combat. That's obviously gonna go well, and no one's gonna do. Sounds like someone is saying the name Sharon with the thickest.
I need Sharn to have like a good drawl, a Georgia drawl. Sharn.
Yes, that's definitely what I came up with for him. Don't worry about it. Okay.
All fish
I want
have
to
southern accents.
For its beaches.
Yeah. I want to talk
but it's
about
like-
a little bit
Louisiana,
about
though.
your automaton friends.
Mm-hmm.
So Biggs and Wedge do have their own initiative, and they will be helping as much as possible. They're probably Bella did give them explicit instructions to protect the three of you and also listen to your commands. So each of you can use one action to give a command to Biggs and or Wedge, and they will try to perform that to the best of their ability. But their primary thing is going to be to eliminate threats and protect you three.
How strong are Biggs and Wedge? Do we know of their like capabilities / like how big they are or anything?
So they are not like tanky guards. However, they do have blades that come out of their arms. So they do have like sharp weapons that they can use. And you do notice they are able to maneuver through the jungle. So they are not like, they're not just these tanks that are going to like bull through and just like cause chaos. You could actually see them being used as scouts.
Cool.
And because they actually did not leave much of a trail as you were going through the jungle, as you noticed.
They're not like tripping over vines and stuff.
Correct. Hold on while I make one more. Okay. All right. Garu, you are the first one up. No, sorry, Garu. Shen,
no, I'm
you
not.
are the first
I'm
one
the
up.
last.
Shen, you are the first one up.
Fun backwards roll.
Get a nat 1. You can go first.
And yeah, and Shen, let me know what you think. Currently, the leopards are about 10 feet. 2 leopards are about 10 feet in front of y'all. There is another leopard that's about 5 feet further back. And they are about 20 feet away from Sharn, who's on the other end. Sharn is 60 feet away from the river.
Okay.
Can I ask also, would I be the closest to the leopards? Would I be in front of everybody because I was A, being dragged
Correct.
by the trident, and B,
Yeah, Solio, you would definitely be in front
Okay.
in this.
Got it.
But it's not so narrow that you would need to be like in a line.
Okay. So, first question. Would you say that these leopards are considered domesticated for all intents and purposes?
Roll me a nature check. I'll let you do that as a free action.
Do they have collars that say Fluffy and Oreo?
Oreo?
If you have a black and white cat, there's like a 70% chance it's named Oreo.
You know what? I did have a black and white cat when I was younger, and it was my sister's fault. And I cannot find. Is nature a lore skill? Nope, there it is. Okay, I see it. And I missed my dice tray entirely. That is a 19.
Sorry, repeat.
19.
So, with a 19, So there is domesticated in a mortal sense, and companion in a deific sense. So they are certainly like you're probably right on the money that being fiery leopards that appeared out of nowhere, they are likely related to Argoth in some way. However, they okay. I'm gonna read this so that for the VOD, I need everyone to be aware what was just read.
This is new for me because I
Which
don't
was
have the
not-
chat open right now.
Oh, great. Well, Megalosaurus Rex said it's extremely Pride Month for the emergency to be must plow through different word for cat to get a merman wet. And I'm so angry because that is not something I thought of when I made this encounter.
Oh my god. Nailed it. Absolutely. Get it. You have inspiration, Megalosaurus Rex.
Here
Oh.
at Clickety Clackety Go to
Give us a hero
Attack,
point.
we like to support the
Yeah, hero point.
Ah, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm so upset. It's so true, but that doesn't
Megan
mean I
is
can't
so
be upset.
powerful. This is so
Powerful.
powerful.
So, they are in general a companion to a god is still definitely more feral than a domesticated by a mortal animal would be.
Okay. So for the purposes of a spell like Tame Beast that needs a domesticated animal, they would not work.
The DC of that would be so incredibly high, especially since these are probably animals that are under control of a god.
Mm. Okay. Then I'm not going to do that. I instead will. Out of curiosity, real quick, rules clarification. Stride?
Stride is walk your speed. Stride is move, in essence.
Okay. Okay. So I am going to. You said that Shen was 60 feet away, correct?
Shen is well, I guess
I'm
15
Shen.
feet.
Sharn.
Sharn is 60 feet away from the river. Sharn is about probably 30 feet away from all of you, but the leopards are between you and Sharn right now.
Okay. So Shen and Lan are going to act together.
Great. Sorry, I laughed because a guy trying said, I definitely heard that as, can I get an update on Pride instead of Stride?
Pride Stride.
These are very gay characters, so yes. So Shen and Lan are going to act together. Lan is going to attack the leopards closest to us.
Great.
Does act together if they're both using things that would take one action?
The whole point of act together is that I think you're using one action to do that. Hold on.
Let's see. You and your Eidolon act as one. Either you or your Eidolon takes an action or activity using the same number of action points to act together, and the other takes a single action. Okay, and it says I can use 1, 2, or 3. So I could use.
Yes. So here's the thing. Like, so the example is if you're spending 2 actions to use act together, you could cast a spell while your Eidolon uses 2 actions to do something or uses another action. So yes, it would basically be a 1-to-1 thing.
Okay. So if I'm doing something that would only, well, how far? You said that the leopards are 15 feet roughly.
They're 15 feet away from you because Solio is
Okay.
in front of you.
Okay. We're going to run. Just Ken and Lon both are just running. Like Scythe is out, Sword is out. They are running. So I guess that's moving. That's stride by itself, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lon is going to attack the leopard, and Shen is going to use flashy disappearance.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So the attack from Lon is a 19 to hit.
A 19 does indeed hit.
And I lost my D8. I will eventually hit my thing. It is 6 damage.
Great.
And flashy disappearance, I'll read this. You create a puff of colorful smoke. It's going to be rainbow because gay.
Of course.
It quickly disperses while you become temporarily invisible. You become undetected to all creatures unless they can see invisible creatures. You stride, and at the end of your movement, you have cover, raider cover, or concealment. Attempt a stealth check to hide. Oh, sorry, if you have cover. I lied. You gain a +2 status bonus to the stealth check. The invisibility then ends, and you either become observed or hidden to a creature as determined by your check to hide if you made one. I'm just trying to get to Shen. I'm Shen. Trying to get to Sharn.
Sharn.
Character like this.
I'm sorry.
Shen
I'm so sorry that
Sharn.
made this more confusing for Shen. Okay, so this is in essence this is great because you're basically avoiding the notice. So you're spending 2 actions, one to stride in general, and then the other to do your disappearing act.
Yeah, because flashy disappearance is only 1 action.
Great. Great. And so you like so your so your Eidolon goes and attacks the leopards who dodges out of the way and is like laser focused, and you take that opportunity for distraction for all 3 of the fiery leopards to get your disappearance in a puff of smoke, and then you are now over by where Sharn is.
And now that I am there, I am going to. I am so glad I bought this because I did buy a bunch of starting gear with that gold. Now that I am next to Sharn, I am going to object interaction like from my inventory is an action, right?
Yes.
Cool. I am going to take out my water skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine pouring it on him is going to suffice for something.
Pouring it on him at the very least gets is something. You actually see the water as you're doing that. It kind of gets absorbed into his skin almost immediately. And he starts to it causes a little bit of a improvement, and you see even one of the wounds start to heal up. It is definitely an extremely temporary solution, but it will actually help him because I'm gonna have him roll athletics checks on his turn to see how far he's actually able to get. And we just got a donation from a guy trying. Thank you so much, a guy trying, for the donation. And I'm actually going to now have to pause our combat at this moment after Shen's turn for a very specific reason, and I'll get to that in just a little bit.
So, just as I'm pouring this out under Shen's breath, it's This one's for the guy trying, referencing Sharn, but I'm
The guy,
dump
comma,
that
trying.
all over Sharn.
Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to give for the next turn, it's going to give a +4 to Sharn's next turn when he tries to get to the river. So with that, I'm gonna have not scary combat music playing as we go to our first giveaway.
Music.
Yeah, first giveaway.
It should be the Wheel of Fortune music, except
very much not, because I don't
Copyright.
want to get sued by
You know Argoth and his copyright.
You know Argoth is copyright. Okay, so
elder
everyone
child,
who's currently in chat, I am going to ask everyone who wants to participate in the giveaway to type in leopard, LEOPARD. Now, what are we giving away? Well, there is a wonderful Etsy shop that I will get the name of in just a moment.
And this
My
is
friend,
because we hit a milestone, correct?
yes, this is because we hit $400 dollar mark for Trans Lifeline, and we are now halfway through our goal. And this is the giveaway that is only available during today's stream. So that is the other incredibly exciting thing, and this is going to be from the shop of my friend Suzanne, whose shop is called My T-Shirts, Mugs, and More. And we're going to be giving away one of a custom mug that you can get. And custom mug. The mugs examples of the types of mugs you can get are mugs that have on one side they say hello, and on the other they say I'm gay, or hello, and on the other side they say I'm trans. And then there are also mugs that have coffee and queers, as well as other customizable mugs that you can get to. And if you do win this giveaway, we will contact you in a little bit and talk about what your customization options are. So if you do win, please go ahead and look on your Twitch messages to make sure that you are able to receive that. But for anyone who wants that custom giveaway, please go ahead and roll put in leopard for your section. All right, so we got a couple people leopard here. Fantastic. We have a couple seconds before we roll it, so please, if we want to get a custom LGBTQ plus mug, so please go ahead and put in the word leopard in the chat. LEOPARD.
Does anyone else do that when they spell it? I have to say leopard.
Yes.
Leopard, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
And
it's
I
like
think some people did a little earlier. So
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
February. Yeah.
I didn't realize how weird Wednesday was as a word in terms of spelling until I watched a Winnie the Pooh movie that was one of their short cartoon movies that was the Blustery Day, and it's when the beaver keeps on saying it's Wednesday, and I was like, no, that's spelled, and I actually had to look at how Wednesday is actually spelled, and then I was like, that's an odd spelling. All right. We're gonna roll it. We're gonna roll the winner of a custom LGBTQ plus mug in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is a guy trying. So thank you.
Whatever that guy is
Succeeding.
trying, I wanna get on that because shit, I need that look.
A guy is trying and a guy is succeeding. So congratulations, a guy trying, and thank you also so much for your donation. Very, very happy to continue supporting. So thank you so much for all of that. And with that, we are now gonna go back into terrible things, and it is actually it's actually the leopard's turn. So that was a nice happy thing that we did for a second there. Okay. So one of those leopards is going to be the one that your Eidolon attacked Shen. So it is going to use one of its attacks to attack your Eidolon. Does a 17 hit?
No.
Great. And it's gonna try another attack with the claw. That's even worse, so that's not going to. But this one, I don't think it's actually going to.
We are being raided
this is a
by some fellow named Berillion.
Oh my god, Berillion!
Oh my
thank you for the
goodness.
raid! Thank you!
Hello.
Hello everyone! Hello raiders! Welcome to our Trans Lifeline charity stream with Clickety Clackety, Roll to Attackety. I'm Smoggles, I'm not a robot. I use he, him pronouns, and we are running a episode 5 of our City of Gods adventure, which is a Pathfinder 2nd edition homebrew campaign that we are running. But that is just one night of our charity week, and yes, Berlion, we are indeed finding some paths, and also fighting some on fire leopards, as you do. So,
But they want to be on fire. They're happy about it. They just are.
Yeah.
Flaming. They're flaming.
They're-
Happy Pride
they
they're
are
Month.
cool with being on
flaming. They are flaming leopards. Okay.
We're flaming.
The second one. Don't worry, Megalosaurus Rex. There is going to be another giveaway if we reach the $600 mark. So there will be another giveaway. We did just have one because we just reached the 400 mark. So if you do want to donate, the QR code is on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Or you can also type in !donate, as Verlion has just done, and you can also use a tiny URL link to get that as well. But first, let's find out what these fiery leopards do. So the second one is actually going to attack Biggs. And that's a natural 20, so is definitely going to attack Biggs.
He was the best of us.
He's the best of us.
Pour one out for Biggs.
Except don't pour it on Sharn.
Except
Pour it on
please,
the
dear God,
dried
don't.
up merman. We're trying to save a dried up merman, raiders, by the way. Not dried up as in he's seen better days, but he's crusty.
I mean, also,
he's trying to get to a river.
It's very much a yes and situation there.
And we,
Yeah.
and it's Pride Month. Let's make this a little bit spicier. We're trying to lubricate a thirsty merman.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Lubricate. It's such a word.
It's such a word.
Trying to. No, I can't think of a better one. You're right. That's it.
That's it.
That's
It's
the
over.
one.
Scarlet's one Pathfinder.
We have found the path.
The path has been found.
All right. It grabs, so it attacks and latches on to Biggs, and you see actually the fire starting to despite the hard metal, the teeth, are just, the fangs are actually kind of almost like a hot knife, are digging very easily into the metal of the automaton, and that's going to do some damage, and then it's going to try to strike at Biggs as well. Just seeing stuff happen. The claws can't quite make as much of an impact. Shen, question for you: Are you currently hidden? Or
No,
did
I
you?
didn't roll.
You were
stealth
no
check.
longer
Also,
hidden.
I don't
Great.
really think there's any way I could hide here.
No, that is true, but I didn't remember if the invisible went away.
No, I'm only invisible until the end of my turn, but it does give me a chance to like attempt a stealth check without
Exactly.
making.
Okay, great. So what the other one does, the third leopard, actually runs over to Sharn and sees sees what you're doing, and is actually going to try to clamp on to one of Sharn's legs.
Did it move away from Lon, like through Lon's melee attack range?
It was one of the ones, so there were two in front. This was the one behind those two. So it was out of range of Lon. So it runs over. It does succeed. And it is currently grabbing onto Sharn's leg and is trying to pull Sharn away from the river.
See, now that you've had to like parse the two of us standing next to each other, now you understand how hard it is.
Yes.
I saw that.
But it's a challenge I'm willing to accept. Great. It is now going to be Solio's turn.
Well, first of all, let me just say that so remember when we were allowed to keep one cool item?
Yes.
I forgot that I had it. They're my boots. They're great boots.
Uh-huh.
For tumbling. I'm not gonna activate them right now, but they give me a +2 boost to acrobatics checks and a +1 circumstance bonus to tumbling through.
Uh-huh.
So imagine if I had used those. There's also some stuff with like a falling off a ledge, blah blah blah, but that's not what we're doing. Just noting that. Cool boots. So, that being said, I'm gonna tumble through.
Amazing.
My goal is to get to that jerk leopard that's dragging my friend.
Great. All right. So
but I'm assuming I have to tumble through both.
Yeah.
Am I
So
tumbling through both
do you
leopards?
stride up to your speed. During this, you can try and move through the space of one enemy. You attempt a acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC as soon as you try to enter its space. Great. So roll me an acrobatics check and add the bonus that you mentioned for your boots.
Okay, and this is also, I have tumble behind. So when I tumble through successfully, the foe I tumble through is flat-footed against the next attack Oh, can I do something before that?
Oh, yes.
Oh. Sorry for cursing on stream.
I assure you, way worse words have
It's
been
really
said
fine.
on this. Not this
It's
particular
fine.
stream, but in general on this channel.
I'm gonna use an action to do hydraulic deflection. Drawing moisture from the atmosphere, you create a disk of hovering water that deflects attacks. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to AC until the start of your next turn.
Oh, amazing. Great.
Okay. Now I tumble.
Now you tumble. All right, roll me the acrobatics.
Quick question. For my boots, I get a +2 to acrobatics and a +1 to tumble through.
Correct. So what it is that's the +2 to acrobatics, and it's adding an additional one if you're using it to tumble through. So it's a +3 bonus total.
Yay.
Nice.
Okay.
I only curse most of the time. Yeah, sure, Ben.
26.
That was a high DC I had because they have reflexes and you got through
You
it.
on fire,
You
leopard.
are able you get through that flamey you get past those flaming leopards.
Nice.
And now the one that already has done damage has had damage done to it is currently flat-footed. Just so we're all
Nice.
aware. 'Cause as it's like it sees this this person like run through. And how does the tumble actually look, Solio?
Oh. I think so. Solio, I think first of all, Solio is like, where did these leopards come from? And then he kind of looks around. He goes, ah! And he goes to tumble through, and I think he does what I did, which is like, oh wait, and then he does hydraulic deflection, and then he tumbles through. He's just focused.
Great.
On the other leopard. I also almost said Flameo Hotman.
Flameo hot.
I was like, does he say that while he tumbles through? And then I was like, no. So I get to the leopard, and I see him chomp on Sharn, which I hate.
Yeah.
And am I close enough to do a melee attack?
Yeah, so because tumble through doesn't interrupt your speed, and because you succeeded, you actually do stride up to your speed, and you are now where Sharn is. So yes, you are in melee range of the actual leopard.
Okay. Here's a fun question that maybe I could have asked earlier. How much do I know about Sharn's trident?
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have. What kind of lore skills do you have? Do you have any lore skills particularly?
Yes, I have a +5 to lore city.
Lore city. Maybe
Down to lore city.
let's do a society check. Society check, yeah. That'll be it.
Those are the same for me, actually, so that's good. Ooh, delicious. That's a 21.
Okay. You do know, so you know two things. One is that when it's at the height of its power, it can be used to like. Here's the thing. Sharn partially uses his trident as an actual like magical weapon and all that, and it's partially just to show off. So he has the power to command the storms. He doesn't need the trident to use that. However, the trident could be used to channel lightning. You all three of you have experience currently that that type of magical ability doesn't seem to be existing. But you do remember one time he was showing off while fighting, and you noticed that he was using the trident as like a one-handed weapon, and then someone like got rid of his like broke his shield, and then as soon as he broke the shield, he kind of like snapped it and the trident extended, and then he used it as a two-handed weapon. And it also, like, he was also able to reach further with it.
Ooh.
Getting some bloodborne trick weapons up in here.
Yeah, I was thinking Swiffer Sweeper, but yes, that.
Two-handed weapon. Also question,
Save it
is
and then
a
extend
weapon
it.
I can add in
yeah, if you want to use it
Just like
here,
you
you can, if you want to search for it. The stat block I'm using is the Fighter's Fork. It's a it can be used as a gear. It also adds a +1 to attack rolls using that weapon.
Yay. Oh, it's a gear, not a
It's a
heard-
weapon. Are you Sharn,
Filter-
god of
filter's
forks?
fork.
It's Fighter's Fork.
What you eat your proteins with. Fighter Fork.
I'm gonna see. If you go to weapon and you go to magic, it should appear there.
Aha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll appear there.
There she is. Okay. Oh, I just lose the throne trait. Okay, that's fine. It's okay, I'm gonna make it two-handed. Is that an action, or can I just like?
Yeah, let me just check. You can use an interaction to extend it. So you've used one action, you can use another action to extend it, and then you can use another action to attack if you want.
Well, I've used two because I did my deflection.
Oh, I thought that was a reaction? No, okay. Yes, so you did use so you would have to use an action, and you wouldn't be able to attack. I will say the difference between when it's two-handed and when it's one-handed is that one-handed you can throw it, two-handed it has a reach, so you can melee range would be 10 feet instead of 5 feet for you. So it's not going to make a difference damage-wise if it's extended or not.
Heck. All right, I'm gonna
It helps with the vibes, though.
It does help with the vibes.
The vibes.
I'm trying to. What would
Must be
Solio
helpful.
do? Would Solio do the smart thing? Here.
I feel like it.
No, I think he's gonna stab it. I think he would run up and stab it.
Great.
Yeah, if you have to ask.
Yeah, probably.
Frankly, should it have taken me that long? No one knows.
Kebab the leopard. I guess it's fajitas closer because it's kind of sizzling.
That's true.
Who set these leopards on fire? I know. But, like,
I can't believe that's the thing that everyone is so mad about.
Who did this? Did Argoth do this? Is this guy bothering you? Points to God.
The sky.
can I get that on like the billboard on the side of the road? Is that guy bothering you?
Bothering you?
Put
Zero
it directly.
context.
Put it directly under one of those like Jesus loves you type billboards.
Yeah.
Put it
One
directly
of the,
like,
really
is
aggressive
this guy
ones.
bothering you? Sorry,
Or-
Molly.
Or under the Cars for Kids ones. Not because I don't support the thing, but the commercial.
The auto tune on that commercial is terrifying.
Sorry, Solio, what did you roll for your attack?
What am I adding to attack?
So you add your regular attack bonus because you're trained in martial weapons, and the fighter's fork is a martial weapon. So if you have your normal attack bonus that you would use for your sickle, you can use that. Just add one more to it because of the trident's magical qualities.
Dude, I'm just looking for the attack bonus on Path Builder.
Oh yeah, it'll be if you're just on the weapons tab, it'll show it.
Oh, cool, fun. Oh, nice. Oh, fun. 21.
Great. That is going to be a hit.
Yay. I said. And then I roll.
It's 1d8 plus your strength for the damage for the trident.
Plus 2. So 10. 10 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
I am gonna roll.
Oh no, I also want Cheetos.
I know, that's all I can think about now. It's like rough. But we have goldfish. I can just douse them with some hot sauce.
Okay, the leopard doesn't let go, but it does kind of dodge out of the way and is now like doubly focused on trying to hold on to Sharn's leg and try to keep an eye on the external threats now to it.
That's me, an external threat.
That's me.
I really
Okay.
want a t-shirt that says that now.
Yes, it's the external threat.
It is now Biggs's turn. Biggs is gonna come up to the one that's currently. Oh no, Biggs is the one that's.
Biggs is getting tackled.
No, flip it. It's Wedge's turn. Wedge is gonna come to the one that's currently grabbing onto Biggs, and is gonna do an attack. Oh, that's terrible. Wedge, come on now.
Oh no.
That's also gonna miss.
But
Fine motor skills on these automatons.
Oh
aren't
no. So the thing's just Biggs is trying to throw the leopard off while Wedge is trying to stab at the leopard, and it's not going well.
Oh, God.
Because they're not like coordinating in that way. Biggs is going to try to push the Great. Biggs successfully pushes the other leopard that's grabbed onto it off. And that leopard, because it rolled a nat 1 on that contested, is now flat-footed as it lands on its feet, but also does a little roll. And now Biggs is going to try to get his revenge and critically succeeds on that
Whoa.
attack. So we know who's pulling their weight in this party. Amazing. And Biggs is actually gonna like cut, like the leopard gets barely out of the way, but does get a cut on its forearm from Biggs's sharp forearm sword.
Is that the one that was
And
flat-footed that Biggs attacks?
it's the one that was on Biggs. So now
It is now
currently both of them are flat-footed.
Yay.
Both of the ones just in front of you are flat-footed because one from
Okay.
Solio's and one that was the one that Biggs threw off.
Cool.
So now, Garu, it is your turn.
Excellent. So Garu will kind of walk a little bit, not very close, but a little bit closer.
Not too close.
Not too close, just like a happy medium, towards the leopard that is near Shen, Solio, and Sharn. Lots of names with S's today.
Okay. I am just letting you
and-
know. So what Shen and Solio have had to do is find ways around to avoid getting opportunity attacked by the
Okay.
two leopards in front. So you can either
Can
take some time to
I-
go to the side, like that's totally an option because you do have some distance
Yeah.
from them.
Well, how far away am I now, as it stands? Before
Right
I
now, you
potentially...
are 30 feet away from
Great, I stay here.
Sharn and
I stay
all of
here.
those. Great. Awesome.
I'm just chilling. So Garu, kind of like starts moving his arms in kind of this like windy kind of motion, and he looks at the fire jaguar over by all of the people whose names start with S, and he goes, "Pretty fire kitty, look over here. Pretty flaming baby, have no fear. Calm your mean ways, look into my eyes. Lean into this daze, hush all your cries." And he will kind of shoot this like, it's almost like this wind passes, like he passes wind. Wind passes
he actually
like
just
through
farts at the
his
leopards.
hair. He just like really farts, and it's a fart attack. Take poison damage. No, but this wind like passes through the trees behind him and towards the leopard that's giving everybody all of those issues, and he's gonna cast Daze.
Amazing.
And so I would love if you could do a basic will save.
Great.
Why is
What am I
Will
trying to beat?
A 16.
It's not a critical success, but it is a success.
Excellent. So it takes dang it. Okay, not a critical success. That's the worst. Okay, but it's not critical failure though, is it?
It is not a critical success. So
If the target critically fails the save, it would be stunned.
yeah. It does mental, so with basic will saves, if they succeed, then they take half whatever the damage would be. So they take half that damage.
So it takes 1 damage. And I've used a focus spell. Love that.
One
for me.
damage is
Get
still
up on
one
home.
damage.
I did. I said that poem, and it like the wind like goes forward, and a little like spectral hand just like flicks it on the forehead. 1 damage.
Yeah. You're also pretty aware that it feels like this thing is being you're feeling a resistance that wouldn't be normal for this type of animal, and
Okay.
you can see this is me just role playing the high roll it made. But you see it kind of mentally being pushed forward beyond probably what it normally would be dealing with itself. Also, thank you, Millie Colucci, for your donation to Trans Lifeline. Thank you so much. We are over halfway through our goal for this week, and at 600 we will have another giveaway available for those of you in the chat. So thank you for continuing to join. Okay,
Amazing.
Garu, anything else? I think you have one more action you can do if you want it.
I am going to free action to cry.
Great.
And not actually. I just wish that worked. I'm gonna use, sorry, what I plan to do. I'm gonna use one of my actions to command one of the automatons
Great.
to get Sharn to the river.
All right. You can feel free to choose whether it's Biggs or Wedge. Biggs is damaged. Wedge is not. If that
Let's
makes a
get
difference.
Wedge then. Yeah. So Gary will be like, get the scaly man to the river, please.
All right.
And that's my turn.
The Scaleman.
Skeleman.
All right. So with your current with your boost, Shen, and as well as the leopard on being distracted, Sharn is able to actually pull himself about 15 feet on his turn against the pull of the leopard that's still attached to his foot. You do see that like he seems to be sweating out the water that you got him, Shen.
Okay.
So he is like weaker again, but it does help him. It does help him get like a little boost in that moment. So now Sharn is 45 feet away from the river source. As the other leopard is still holding on, and he will actually take a little bit of fire damage because it is an on fire leopard. As you see it kind of searing on his ankle.
Right.
We now go back to the top of the order, and that is going to be Shen.
Okay. Well, I have 2 water skins, so I'm going to use my other one real quick and just pour that on him.
Great. So that'll be one action, so you have 2 actions left.
So the leopard is holding on, just to make sure I understand. Leopard is actively holding on and trying to pull him, right?
You definitely saw the leopard try to pull Sharn away from the river specifically.
And
Okay.
if it influences any spells you might do, and it might not, I am right next to that leopard.
Okay. For my own sake, because the Scarlet doesn't like hurting animals, I'm just going to assume these are like more of a machination of
Think of them more like hellhounds than like,
yeah, like it's not an
and
actual.
they're definitely not like the jungle's natural inhabitants.
That would be a terrible evolutionary development.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's definitely not the natural inhabitants.
So that's what I'm
you
thinking.
literally see them burning the foliage they step on.
So just gonna read the description of something real quick that I have. Nah. Oh, cool. Yes, you can do that. Great. Cool. I wanted to make sure I could do this. So, I'm gonna act together. And all right, with for whatever reason, I have such trouble finding stuff on Lan's thing because my Eidolon spells are not on the pet page. I have to go to spells and then go to Eidolon.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
interesting.
Yeah. So
I'm
what?
sorry, I missed that because Helena brought up Cats, the musical, in the chat. And
It's
what did you say, Scarlett? I'm sorry. 'Cause it sounded cool.
The spells for Scarlet's Eidolon Lawn aren't in the companion section, the companion pet section of Path Builder, but they're in the spells section, which is not where you would first think to look for spells that are connected to your companion character.
So, because this flame leopard, because the fleopard is
The Fleppard, yep.
otherwise occupied, is it easier to hit?
It is definitely aware of you two, so it's not easier to hit. However, it's clear that its priority is not attacking you two.
Okay. So
Based on the fact that it went to, you can base it on purely the fact that when it ran to attack the person on the ground, even though you were clearly there to protect him, as opposed to going for you, who would have been the clearer threat.
So I want to act together here, and I'm changing what I want to do, and I want you to tell me what to roll on this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this is a thing that's like written into the game. So, because Shen still has Scythe, what I want to do is get the Scythe kind of in the crook of this thing's neck. I want Shen to pull, and I want Lan to grab the other side of the blade that would be on the opposite side of the leopard. So, like, to use this chokebow as an example, to use Mambo,
Yeah.
the Scythe is going here. Lan is on this side where the blade ends. Shen is on the side of the haft, and they are both going to pull as hard as they can. I don't know what, if any, to roll for that.
So I'm going to, first of all, Lan is going to have to move to you, because Lan
That's right. Never mind. Lan stayed back.
Yeah, Lan is at the other two leopards,
Okay.
because he was providing distraction.
I'm gonna go back to plan A, in which case this is that Lan is going to the sword is fake because he's a specter in the first place. So he kind of tosses his sword in the air. He points finger gun at the leopard that is attacking Sharn. I had to not say my own name. Shen sees that and goes, and actually clarify, melee attacks are one, right? Like one action?
One action, yeah.
But
if you do multiple attacks, then you get a multiple attack penalty.
Cool. So Lan points finger gun, Shen sees that and goes, oh, okay, and then pulls out a regular gun and just points it directly at this fucking leopard. So Shen is shooting it, and Lan is casting Phase Bolt.
Amazing. That's so good.
If anyone else could hear Lan, Shen hears this. Nobody else does. Shen just hears jackpot in the back of their mind.
I need to check one very quick thing. Okay, hold on. Okay, because Lan is making a ranged attack, attack of opportunity in Pathfinder also activates if a ranged attack is being used while in melee range. So just so you know, there's going to be an attack of opportunity. It's not going to disrupt the action unless it's a critical hit.
Okay. It works like Sentinel, kind of.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I just
so that is.
I knew what you were talking about. I was like,
That is a dirty 20 with the claw attack
It does hit.
on Lon. Great. That is going to be. That's going to be 6 slashing damage plus 1 fire damage.
And I take that damage, right?
Correct. Because the
6.
advantage of having an Eidolon is that it's a separate thing that can do stuff. The disadvantage is that you basically have 2 targets that point to you.
So that's 6 damage plus what?
6 damage plus 1 fire damage. So 7
Okay.
total, just in case you had resistances to anything.
You'd think, considering I'm a tree, I'd be weak.
I was gonna say.
But I'm not.
I think that honestly, I think it would have been a little mean if Pathfinder made an ancestry that was trees and was like, by the way, you're vulnerable to all fire damage. Because I can imagine
so
level
rude.
20 like being in like a hell of some sort and them just being like, this is all fire, by the way. Good luck.
Hi.
You ever walk into a room and suddenly you're just, everyone else is fine and you're just on fire.
On fire.
You're just on fire.
You guys,
Fair
is it hot
day.
in here? Nope, just you. You sure? No, it's literally just you.
It's only you.
All right, so I'm gonna roll Phase Bolt first.
Great.
That is a 21 to hit.
Great, that is gonna hit.
All right, and it's a D4. Plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Which would be in the spells tab.
Is it the +7?
Oh no, your spellcasting ability modifier. So what is the ability that you use for spells?
Occult.
Sorry, what like strength, dex, con, intelligence?
That's a great question.
Let me look it up. Summoner.
It's not telling me anywhere. It's whatever my higher.
Your key.
Charisma?
Hold on. Summoner spellcasting.
Charisma's my highest of the casting one, so I think it's
would
charisma.
hope. Your key ability is charisma, yes. So
Cool.
whatever your charisma modifier is.
Cool, so 6 damage for that.
Oh, I was like, you have a +6?
Nope.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh my god, how'd you do that? I want
Where'd
that.
you get that charisma?
That's all natural, baby. So 6 damage from that.
Great.
And on the hand cannon, that is a 16.
To hit?
Yeah.
That is not going to hit.
Oh. Well, the phase bolt hit.
Yep, phase bolt hit, and it gets like damage and like a little bit more alert, and then it sees your hand aim with your hand cannon, and it just moves Sharn's leg painfully too, as it gets out of the way of the blast.
Can we use hero points to re-roll attack rolls?
You can use hero points to re-roll any roll you do, but you have to take whatever the next roll is.
I've got 2 hero points right now. I'm okay with using one.
You're more than welcome to.
That is a 19.
A 19 does hit.
Yay!
So keeping everything you just did, but I don't pull the trigger when I point at it and I wait for it to move like a good and that's going to also be wait, actually. Do I add critical damage to that? Or does it add a modifier to that? No? Okay. Oh no, because I have +0 to dex. So yeah, 6.
Six damage. Great.
So 6 from the phase bolt and 6 from the normal gun.
Yeah, and then it gets hit by that. All right, it's still holding on, but it is really struggling to kind of keep itself standing and also pull on Sharn as it goes. It is now
And
the
then I
leopards.
And just end my turn. It just gunshot, drop it.
What's in your mouth?
What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? It's going to be the leopard's turn again. Solio, I think the one is still flat-footed because it's not the end of your next turn yet.
Yay.
All right,
but
so that
two
one
of them
that-
are flat-footed, right?
What?
2 of them are flat-footed?
2 of them are flat-footed.
But
One
not
of
the
them
one
won't be
with me.
flat-footed by the end of their turn because that was because of a natural one they did. Great. So, the one that is currently by you, Garu, notices that the other one by Shen and Solio is having trouble. So it actually runs over and it is going to go and attack Solio. Solio.
It looks at me and goes, "Not worth it."
Solio, yeah, that's a natural 20. And that's going to be
Oof.
oh boy. That's going to be 18 piercing damage. As it runs over and leaps from behind, and as you're so focused on saving Sharn, it just pounces behind you and is grabbing onto your back and bites on your shoulder. And so you take 18 piercing damage plus 2 fire damage from that nasty
Cauterizes.
bite on the shoulder. Yeah.
I'm just like looking through my stuff being like, is there anything that I do?
Reactions.
Yes, it is indeed very rude.
I have a +8 to reflex.
Unfortunately, it was a nat 20 on its attack roll.
To reflex, you have to flex
Yeah,
the first time.
You have to flex it first.
Yeah, I'll flex the first.
Okay.
This is what happens when we don't have decks. The jokes are
I know.
un.
True.
What's your AC, Solio? And you have an
It
addition now
is
because
with my little hydraulic deflection, which gives me a +1. I have an 18.
Okay, that's just enough as it reaches a claw and then just like it's almost like someone splashed some water that just deflected the claw out of the way. As it was
How
trying
many
to get
damage did I
another
take?
attack on you.
18, you said?
What?
I took 18 damage.
In total you took 20 damage.
Barf.
Yeah. Great. It is now the leopard that has been Biggs's nemesis since the beginning is going to try to attack Biggs again.
What's with Biggs?
What did Biggs do to him?
Really does not like Biggs for some reason. All right, that is going to be that amount. Where was it? Okay.
Maybe Biggs has a nice citrusy smell. Cats don't like citrus. Maybe it's just because he smells good.
I got one of my cats to smell vanilla extract earlier. She was not pleased.
Yeah.
Did she make the
Okay.
face?
Go. Ooh.
Yeah.
Biggs has the cat grabbing on again. This time on his calf. And it's just scratching at it. You see just like a bit of metal rip off of Biggs's leg.
Talk about cat scratch fever.
Exactly. Solio. It is now your turn.
That would really.
I defer my turn while I take in this cat scratch fever comment. I just kidding. I don't. Okay, my hydraulic deflection is done unless I do it again. Do I have a potion?
Did you take the reptilian one?
I did take the Drake thing.
Would that be
Did.
helpful here? That does give you a boost in AC, since that one leopard seems to be after you.
I was gonna be like, do I save it? But then I was like, no. This is just like the mistake I made in Final Fantasy X, where I was like, I don't need these anti-zombie things. I got up to the next part. It was all zombies. Couldn't go back.
Oops, all zombies.
Because this was back when video games didn't let you do stuff. So I
Thank
think
you, Ben.
the fact that Sam gave us that was for maybe to use
Yeah.
the hard, you know. Sorry, I'm reading it. Okay. Ahem. Ahem.
Ahem.
Okay, whatever. I'll use it. How do I like tell? I don't think I can tell.
So you're
Pathfinder
using
that I'm
the
reading it.
Drakeheart mutagen?
Yes.
Okay, so as you drink the mutagen, everyone else starts to see scales start to lizard scales start to form around Solio, first starting at the neck and then growing out to the arms, and you notice like the fangs are still in Solio's back, and then the fangs are immediately repelled as it suddenly the skin hardens because it's now been replaced by sturdy scales, and
Cool.
the leopard gets off of you because it no longer has the purchase of having its fangs in your shoulder. So you have a +4 to your AC, and then you also have a +1 to any perception checks. But you have a -1 to reflex saves.
Okay. And
Right.
and Path Builder isn't gonna be like. I don't think
No.
I can tell Path Builder that I've activated it. It's
Yeah,
just
you
No,
can
I
just
think
you
you
can
just
just
have to
I have to
get
remember
rid
it.
of it.
Okay. That's
You
okay.
have to suffer and do this analog.
Yeah.
My brain.
Like the pioneers did.
All right.
Baby.
You have two actions left.
Right,
You have 2 actions left, Solio.
Okay. Well, now I've done that. I also forgot that I do have panache because I tumbled
Oh,
successfully.
yes. So you get extra damage to
Yes.
anything you hit.
So I'm gonna just. First, I'm gonna stab it, and then.
Right.
Oh no! Wait, did I want to make it big? No, it doesn't matter at this point. Sorry, we all had to listen to me go through that.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna stab it once. I'm gonna stab it again.
Which one are you stabbing? The one that's holding on to Sharn or the one that attacked you?
The one that's holding onto Sharn.
Great.
Um,
So make your first attack.
stab. Oh, that is +7. Oh, I enjoy it. Oh, Oh, natural 20 who? Natural 20 hoops.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mm.
god. I would not use your finisher on this. I'm just letting you know because I feel like the damage is going to be enough.
No, this was the regular one. This was I was sick because I had
Great.
another one. So this is my regular, and that is I mean it's actually altogether 27, but it was a
Great.
natural.
Go ahead and tell me. Well, no. First roll damage. I need to see what the damage actually is.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case it's 2. Which it won't be, obviously.
Just in case we're
Even
double.
if Sam is hoping for that.
That is a 4 altogether.
That is
Nice.
4 plus, and you double it because it's a critical hit.
That's 8.
How do you do this?
Sure.
Oh. Yeah, Angie. I think Solio goes, I said stop, even though he never said stop out loud before that. But he says that.
He said it in his heart.
And I think he didn't. I don't know how much Solio was listening when the Drakeheart mutagen was explained. He's probably like, it get tougher and stronger. Great.
I will
Maybe-
also say that it was Bella probably explaining it to you, so she probably used a lot of technobabble that just is only certain people would have understood anyway.
Angry himbo. That's right. Yeah, I think so. And I'm thinking about like finding Sharn and like. So I think Solio just really went for it, and maybe didn't even need to go that hard, but like wasn't thinking about that. And just did a real big stab right in the neck.
Great.
So he would let go of the leopard would let go of Sharn.
Great. It stabs right through the leopard's neck. The leopard does let go, and it just like stops moving for a second. And the good news is it is gone. The bad news is I need Solio and Shen to make reflex saves.
Is the leopard exploding?
Yes.
Is this an exploding leopard?
It's an
Oh
exploding
my
leopard.
God.
Man. Oh man. But
Wee
wait.
woo.
Wait.
There's more.
Hey, Smuggles.
Hi, how are you?
Exactly would you say the DC is on this? I know the DC. I want to know if you know the DC before I.
Oh,
You're just comparing notes?
Well, thank
Yeah.
you. The DC for this is a 14. So are you
What
using
if I told you? What if I told you the best I could go, the highest I could go right now is an 11? Would you take that?
I would certainly take that as what your role is. It's not
But
a
look,
success,
But,
but I'm happy to
Sam,
take that as your role.
But Sam, it's Pride. It's you and me. We're together on
I
this.
understand.
DC.
I get it. I get it. You make a compelling argument.
Players desperate in June, but it's it's Pride.
Oh my god.
We gotta work together on this.
So-
This is a
Solio,
it's a
Solio.
collaborative storytelling environment, Sam.
Solio, what was your role?
I'd like to use a hero point.
Great. That tells me all I need to know.
It wasn't
think this should be a
bad. I
democracy.
just don't think it was.
Yes.
Elena, what do you think?
Yes, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, a well-known democracy of games.
What'd you get, Molly?
I don't want to talk about it. I got a 12.
Okay, it's not a critical fail.
Can we combine our rolls and together we have 23?
If they hold hands.
That's a real I love that. Also, Solio, just out of curiosity, what is your remaining HP?
I hate that question.
I don't know. I don't have to tell you anything without a lawyer.
Yeah, you got a warrant, Smuggles?
You got a warrant for the HPs?
My HP is, and the Drake mutagen didn't have any healing, right?
That's true. It did not have any healing.
Okay. I mean, I have 12,
Okay.
which could be worse.
You do now have 7. Because that's 5 fire damage to both of you.
That's not as bad as it could have been.
That's not as bad
It's
as it
been
could be.
way worse, yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
I mean, considering I rolled a, well, you don't need to know why I rolled for the damage. It's fine. Great. So that the thing explodes, and you just see ash fall around you as one of the fiery leopards is now gone. Solio, you think you still have 1 attack left if you want to use it.
I
You
do.
have 1 action left.
And
At
I
least.
have final. I'm in chat. I'm not just like texting.
I figured.
Okay.
Good.
I just
Especially
realized
since
it was, I was like,
especially
I
since
do
I'm
have
seeing
chat.
your
Give me a second.
chats.
I meant to set up my other laptop and I just didn't. So I also have Final Surge from the Drake Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Surge allows you to stride up to twice your speed in 1 action. That will get rid of the Drakeheart mutagen's benefits, because you're basically using it to power it, but you can use that anytime.
Okay. I'm gonna fireman carry Sharn to the river.
Okay.
Yes.
Um
I strong. I fast. I'm not dead.
okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
strong,
ask you
I fast. I'm not dead.
I'm gonna ask you to make me an athletics check,
That'd be great.
just because you are trying to do this. You have 1 action, so you're basically trying to like move him. You're basically trying to pick him up into a fireman's carry while also moving. So I'm gonna need an athletics check just to see how successful this actually is.
Goop that fish man.
I thought you said goop that fish man. I was like,
Happy Pride.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if this gives me any athletics things, but
I
no.
like how we have just proved the whole, if you put a bunch of monkeys in a room, they'll write Hamlet, except we did it with D&D and The Shape of Water.
Oh my god, yes.
Any monster can be a boyfriend.
It's true.
my
you just
God.
got
Hey,
hugged them
look,
and told them
Boyfriend
they're
Dungeon
beautiful.
is a thing. Monster High Monster Prom is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In Monster of the Week, there's the pararomantic.
That's right.
It's a thing.
This is correct. You're all correct. Damn it.
Mothman would treat us really well.
That's a 13.
Okay, so are you using your final surge for this? The final surge doubles your movement speed.
But with a 13, will that actually help me?
A 13
Would it
was
kind of feel
basically, I'm basically seeing how far you can move based on what your athletics check was. So like,
Because there are still 2 leopards that are alive, right?
there's still 2 leopards that
Mhm.
are alive.
Am I about to move also through melee range?
You did. I already rolled the attack of opportunity, and it does not hit. because because well, what was your AC? I'm pretty sure it misses.
With
15.
the Drake heart,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
never
like,
mind.
it's +4.
yeah, so it is 21.
Yeah. Got a 19. So the Drake like bounces off the scales as you go through. So since it's a fail, you are gonna move half your movement speed while carrying, instead of your full movement speed. If you use
But if I
final
were to-
surge, you'll get another. You'll double that.
What is even my movement speed?
It is
30. maybe?
It is up by size medium at the top.
Oh, it's 20. Because of my fishy ancestry on land, I'm 20.
Oh.
So you can move an extra 10 feet, which would get Shard to 30 feet from the river. Or if you use Final Surge, you can make an extra 20 feet, and Sharn will be another 20 feet away from the river.
I'm not going to use it because my health is too low.
Okay.
And I want the armor boost because if I die, then like it was all like what were we even doing?
Great.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep on trucking.
All right. So Sharn is now 35 feet away from the river. And with that, we are gonna have Biggs and Wedge go. Biggs is going to attack try to push off the leopard that is currently on him. Does not succeed, so is going to try just punching it. And does get a couple of hits in. Great. Wedge is going to follow your command, Garu,
Cool.
and is going to run up to where Solio is. Solio, Wedge will kind of offer to take Sharn if you accept. Otherwise, the next time you try to move with Sharn, Wedge will use the aid action to try to assist you.
Does it look like he would be faster?
He has like he's fast in the jungle, right? Like,
I mean, he does have a higher movement speed than you do.
And how are the other leopards looking?
The one that was attacking you, so is closest to you, is still looking very very active. The one that is attacking Biggs is struggling just as much as Biggs is. They're both not looking great.
Okay. I let Wedge take
Okay.
Sharn. And I say, it's gonna be okay, buddy.
Great. So uses one action to take Sharn, and then is gonna roll. Great, and rolls a dirty 20 on that, and is gonna move
Yay.
another 25 feet. So Sharn is now 10 feet from the river. And with that is now Garu's turn.
cool. So after that one leopard was punched in the face, is it still stuck on Biggs?
It is still
Is it
stuck
still,
on
like-
Biggs, yes.
Great. So Garu will like clear his throat and go, no. And he takes out a crossbow and he fires a bolt at the leopard on Biggs.
All right.
Ooh, does a 24 hit?
24 definitely hits.
Huzzah. All right.
Yay.
And we're doing our damage. Boop. Was that a critical hit? Critical hit?
No.
Okay. Oh, and that is full max damage. That's 6 piercing damage.
Okay, and let me just check something. It's still holding on to Biggs currently, but that is, you get it right in its side as it growls in pain while still attached to Biggs.
Cool,
Thank
and
you
if
for the
I
air
attack-
horn, Megalosaurus.
Amazing.
All right.
If I attack again, do I still have actions
Yeah, so you can attack again. It
with
will be
disadvantage, right?
With no, it will be a minus. Well, crossbow. First of all, you have to reload the crossbow, so it'll be an action to
True.
reload the crossbow, and then another action. You would just get a -5 to the roll because of you're attacking twice.
Great. So I will reload the crossbow and just try to shoot it again. And that's very bad. I'm going to use my hero point, so I have to use this next roll, which will be better than 5. That is better than 5. So that is in total 22. So -5 is 17.
Unfortunately, well, actually, hold on. Because if we're thinking about positioning, Biggs is opposite you, so actually it's flat-footed. So yes, that does hit.
Oh, right, because I'm near. Great.
Don't make me retract my air horn.
Great. So I will hurt it for 4 more points of piercing damage.
Words are your greatest weapon, but when those fail you, store-bought is
Crossbow.
Yeah.
Store-bought is fine.
Okay, it's still holding on to Biggs, but it is looking real terrible. So what happens?
Hello, welcome Raiders.
Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Hi.
We're raising money for Trans Lifeline.
Thank you for joining, Raiders. Oh, Raven. Hello. Thank you, Avalay Gaming, for the raid. We're so excited to have everyone here. We're currently raising money for Trans Lifeline, which is a grassroots organization that provides emotional and financial support for trans people in crisis. So we are spending this week here at Clickety Clackety raising money for them. And we are currently over halfway through our goals, so thank you to everyone who has donated so far. If you would like to contribute, the QR code is on the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and there's also a link. You can use the command !donate in order to contribute at any time. We do have a giveaway planned when we reach the $600 mark, so please keep on contributing. So, with all that, we are, it is now, Sharn's turn, and I'm gonna have him roll something very quickly.
Oh, I heard that. That's a heavy dice.
So, Sharn kind of like gets up and sees how close, sees how close, oh, thank you for the drink redeeming. Thank you for reminding us reindeer games. And he pushes himself and notices where Wedge has gotten him to, and just with like one final effort, launches himself off the shoulder of Wedge, and you see basically what, if it was anyone else, um anyone who wasn't, trained in water or anything like that, it would look like a beautiful swan dive. Solio, this is still the act of like a very weak individual because you've seen Sharn show off his dives before, but he launches himself and backflips, just barely making it into the river with a splash. And with that, the leopards pause what they're doing, look, growl, and then disintegrate into ash.
Well, the thing is Sharn far enough away from like Shen and myself and Biggs that we see this happen, or are we fighting it and all of a sudden the leopards just
So you're in a position where you would have seen like a leap of some sort.
Mhm.
You might have, Garu and Biggs might have been in a little bit of like, you're tussling with this and then you see it
Mhm.
look. And if you look where it's looking, you'll notice that you'll see the splat, you'll see the ripple of water from Sharn having dove in. Solio, you see this very clearly, and Garu and Shen, you also see this very clearly.
Cool. Well, I suppose that's that. And
So
Garrow will
Sharn.
kind of casual J up to everybody else.
So it's gonna go Sharn and runs over to Sharn. And he says, sorry, got leopard stuff on it. And gives Sharn his trident.
Oh, Solio.
Of course,
I can't believe you're here, bro.
I know. What happened? How did you just fall into their place? What happened?
Bro, I don't know. I woke up in this jungle, man, and oh man, the water feels so nice, bro. I had been searching around for a place of water for a while, but when I woke up, my my trident was gone, and oh my god, Tribro! Oh, you found Tribro! Oh man! Oh, thanks for finding him. Oh, yeah,
Shen
I
is gonna
was.
just like look over to Garo and just, I forgot how much I fucking hated this guy.
He's fun at parties, and that's about it.
While you do that, Sully was like, well, that I can't really take credit for. That was actually our friend Shen. Then he steps back and gestures to Shen. Shen did some really cool stuff with time. And this is another thing too. Now that he's around this friend, he's like picking up his friends, not totally copying his friend, but like picking up
Yeah,
the
like when you
Mannerisms.
see like the high school friends who you were very different around, and you
yeah.
start getting back into those patterns. Yeah, I understand.
Uh, do a mean keg stand. Um. Yeah. He goes, yeah. No, Shen did some stuff with time,
No,
and
that
it
looks-
sounded crazy, but like that's how we got, like there's a whole other stuff that like led us to you, but like that's how we got Trident, was like crazy time, like death stuff, I guess.
Whoa, weird. Yeah, there was a bunch of dangerous animals in this jungle. I've like never been here. It's and then as soon as I'm trying to get like into the river cuz I got like scratched up, all of a sudden these like fire leopards are like trying to eat me and I'm like, "Bro, I'm just here to get some water, dude." And it was wild.
This is, well, you know why, dude. We actually, and I look back over everybody else. I'm like, we should keep moving because this is Argoth's jungle.
Wait, this is Argos place?
You just cut out a lot, Sam. Your mic was like, no, thank you.
Oh, I think everyone in the chat probably probably heard. The viewers
the
probably
idea.
heard me. But yes, Argos like, this is Argos place? Oh, bro. That's not
Yeah.
good, is it? I don't think that's good.
No,
Those
no,
were
dude. I
probably
think
his
we gotta
cats,
move.
weren't they?
Yeah, they're for sure. I mean, they weren't normal leopards.
No. No, bro. You don't usually see fire cats in a jungle. That seems like a real bad idea.
Yeah.
Have you he looks at you and then looks at Shen and looks at Gara is like, "Oh, sweet. It's the others from the Ascension. The Ascension that totally like did not go well. That
It was a bit of a
was
descension. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it was a descension. Oh, that's what you should be calling it now. Oh, that's so good. Nice. That's why you're demigod of wordplay. Oh yeah.
It's
great to
nice to
see
see
you.
everyone coping with humor.
Dissension. Oh, I'm gonna use that. Is that okay if I use that?
Yes, of course. Did you fall into this jungle like when the explosion happened?
Yeah. I woke up later in
Interesting.
this jungle. I don't know where the crater is where I landed, but yeah, I landed somewhere here. I
And did
haven't
you
seen
see
it.
any?
So what? No, you go ahead.
Yes. Did you see any suspicious characters when you fell? I mean, aside from the giant beasts that attacked us.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw a really big snake somewhere. I saw a bunch of like hyena looking
I mean above, back in Kelenoff, before you fell. I'm trying to put
Suspicious
together some sort of
characters.
theory here, and I'm trying to get evidence. Did you
Well,
see
I
anything
remember-
strange?
Let's see. We had the chariots came down, then the chariots were burning, and then a bunch of weird creatures were attacking everyone.
Yes, the beast.
And I was really like laying down the law on these dudes, like lightning and fury everywhere, and then a flash of light,
Yeah, dude.
and then I'm in the jungle with my trident gone.
Thank you for that.
Uh,
Same. Not
Classic
the trident,
charm.
though.
Classic.
I don't know. I mean, y'all, I don't know about you, but like, do we want to go back now? I don't love being out in the jungle. Just because the leopards disappeared doesn't mean that other fire animals won't appear.
By back, do you mean back to the Steelfoot tribe, or all the way back to the Razorback tribe?
I'm at the Steelfoot tribe, but I mean, I don't know what you all are thinking, where we all are.
I mean, that would be a long journey, and some of us are not looking. And Garu kind of like does a little like up down, looking at you with your injury on your shoulder, and some of us might need a little rest.
So just to give you, I'll just let you know from a DM perspective, just to give you freedom of choice, it's going to take about the same amount of time to get to either of those tribes. So it's really
okay,
what you three would prefer to go to.
Well,
Keeping
Dex
in mind
is
you have...
or
Dex is
Zareb
still
is
with the
still.
Steelfoots.
Zareb
yeah,
is
that's true.
currently at the Steelfoots,
We should go
and
back
you
to
currently
Steelfoot.
do have 2 Steelfoots with you.
True. We should
We
return
wouldn't
them.
want to
They're rentals.
steal the steel foots.
You do not
Right.
want to steal the Steelfoots. That is very true.
Well, Sharn, we've been staying with the Steelfoot tribe, though we fell into the Razorback tribe. I don't know if you've seen any kind of lizardy creatures around, but they're friends.
Besides this one, but this one's temporary.
You see,
Yes,
you
this one's
actually
quite
see
fun.
you see the scales starting to shrink on Solio's neck as the mutagen
Back
wears
to
off.
fish scales.
Yeah.
Yes. You haven't seen any other demigods or the like around here, have you? Some tribes are missing theirs, and we seem to have saved Bartho from the brink of death just yesterday. He
All
looks
right,
very proud
I
of
don't know
himself.
who Bartho is, but it sounds like a good thing that you did.
Yes.
I guess let's see. I did see like a scaly person there, but that person seemed like really pretty dangerous, if I'm being honest. It was like I saw that one like fully wrestling a tiger and like also strangely having a great time wrestling a tiger.
That is good to know. I mean, I if they were having a good time, perhaps they were winning. And perhaps that means we have another demigod nearby.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know of any of us here who would want to, have fun wrestling a tiger.
No.
Depends on the day. But listen, why don't we unpack all of our knowledge back in a place where there's walls and stuff?
Yeah.
Does that feel good? I feel good about it.
Yes, I do believe we should head back before perhaps looking for Sophia.
Sure thing. And Solio, not Solio. Wow, I made a different mistake. And Sharn gets up, and you notice that the with the flowing river, the wounds have completely healed up. He's still a little wobbly, but at the very least, he can walk on his own 2 feet. So he'll be able to walk with y'all to back to the Steelfoot tribe. And we will track that journey. We will find out what happens back at the Steelfoot tribe camp when we get back from our break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes at around 45 minutes after the hour. If you would like to donate in that time, please go ahead. Wait, hold on. I just saw the thing. So go ahead and go on to use the donate command, and you can use the tiny URL there. But we will be back in just 10 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back very soon. And check out during the break, what are the other streams that will be coming up this week. See you soon.
Click, clack, roll to attack.
And we're back. I want to first make an announcement. You'll see that there is a donation match bar currently above our screen. That is because Megalosaurus Rex is going to be matching the next $500 worth of donations for our charity fund to Trans Lifeline. So thank you so much, Megalosaurus Rex, for this donation match. Anyone who donates in the next like $500 worth, will your donation will in essence be doubled in its value. So thank you so much, Megalosaurus, for doing that. And if any of you want to donate, please use the QR code at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, or go use the command donate in chat to get the Tiltify link. All right, so my friends, you spend the next day getting Sharn back to the Steelfoot tribe camp. So you get there in the next morning as the Steelfoots kind of lead the charge in getting you there. And what then happens is the you bring Sharn to the Steelfoot tribe encampment, where the Steelfoots obviously welcome you all in. They bring Sharn to like one of the beds, and then he kind of mentions that he usually sleeps underwater. So they get like a giant steel tub that they fill with water, and then he just like goes underneath to rest. Clearly, this guy has not had much rest in the past few weeks. So he is nice and rested and safe at this moment. And he is also cuddling Tribro like a stuffed animal as he sleeps underwater.
Like Prince Sidon as a baby.
Yeah, pretty much.
Baby Sidon.
Does that make Solio Link? I feel like that makes Solio Link. They're best friends now.
Best friends.
Get a statue of you riding him.
Okay, I did canonically make them siblings, and we're not going Greek gods here.
Oh no, I meant Sidon and Link.
Oh, Sidon and
depending
Link.
on what side of Twitter you.
Sam has canonically siblings. Sam works for Nintendo.
Oh no.
Canonically, they do work for it. Yeah, that's actually going to be revealed in Sigh of the Caves. That's
As opposed to
little
Tears of the
known
Kingdom
fact.
or
This
Breath
is a
of the Wild.
trilogy.
Got it. Got
This
it.
is
Cool, cool.
this is just getting more and more obscene the further we go into. Can we just
True.
you know what? Balls to the wall, moans of the mountain.
Ooh, very good.
Yes.
Very
Well, there
good.
we go.
There we are.
The hills have eyes. Wait, that exists.
The hills have holes.
God.
And scene.
So,
Happy Pride.
while you're kind of recovering from all of
From
this,
that joke.
Bella actually kind of runs out of her workshop and comes over to the three of you. It's like, all right, I'm gonna need you all to come with me.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I don't think it's bad, but and Bartho comes from behind and steps forward and says, "My father would like to see you."
Your father meaning our Argoth?
That is correct.
He wants to see us on purpose.
He would like, in his words, he would like to see the individuals who interfered with his hunt.
There it is. Interfered. All right. So we understand this is not exactly a pleasant conversation.
We could turn it into one.
He is offering to meet with you instead of sending people to hunt you down.
Yeah, I kind of do get the feeling that like if we like disrespect him, it would be worse.
Well, it's too late for me, darling. I've already disrespected him way back. But it'll be okay. I'll just be in the back. I'll be in the back.
Can't you transform into a fox?
I'm probably going to disrespect him to his face. So
maybe I can turn it. I mean, would this do any better?
Here's something. Do I go in as like a representative? No. Okay.
I feel like he knows we're here. He's probably been watching us the entire time.
That's
yeah,
true.
like
Probably watching us right now.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So maybe we
Shen just kind of around
gestures generally.
It's like finds a little pebble and just. This is it. This is where he's watching us from.
That's the secret camera. I mean, what's a camera?
If you would like to meet him, you can follow me.
Since though we have an option, we're going to follow.
That is true. The logic is impeccable there.
I don't think we can get out of this one. So, follow, we will.
Thank you, Millie, for donating more another $50, which is doubled with Megalosaurus Rex's wonderful contribution with the donation match. So thank you. Great. So you all Bartho leads you all to the foreman's office, which has a giant flaming circle in the middle of it. And what?
Shen, that's Shen speaking. This is a forest.
And
Go to a volcano, you twat.
and Bartho just gestures towards the portal. He is currently waiting.
Inside of this flaming, this ring of fire.
That is correct.
I am a tree.
Shen's a tree.
Don't stay there too long.
I guess we should leave.
Shen just looks at him. Really?
It's low hanging
In this
fruit.
trying
I'm so
time.
sorry.
That wasn't better.
No, we won't get to the root of the problem now. We should probably just go.
Ugh.
Just pour a little bit of my water skin in my hand and just.
And this is Molly. Am I still at 7 HP?
Yeah, you would need to take a day of rest in order to start recovering hit points again without
I didn't know how long we'd
spells
been chilling, but I guess.
I thought we stayed overnight.
You stayed
So
overnight, but
some
you need
could
a
have
full
been-
day. You need a full day and night of resting.
So we did
to
not
recover health.
recover hit points.
Correct.
Pathfinder slightly different than Dungeons and Dragons.
Oof.
Yay.
Well,
Could I have done like a medicine check to at least give something, do you think? In the time that we had when we returned?
Hold on.
Or does the medicine check also have to come with the day and night of resting?
Let me check.
Not that I'm great at medicine at all.
I don't think a medicine check works that way
I don't think so either.
Oh, did I make that up?
until your treat wounds is trained only. The first thing you can do
Oh, I
if you're
see.
untrained
Yeah.
is administer first aid, which is more for this person is
Immediate. Got it. Okay,
dying.
never mind. Never mind.
But good call.
Great.
Medic.
My nose
So-
is itchy. Okay, too.
Do you walk through the portals?
Yeah.
Yes.
You walk through and you are on a giant stone platform surrounded by lava. The strange thing about it is that you currently don't feel any heat as you're walking through. And as you walk through the center, you see nothing except for a throne in front of you with skulls of some giant beast at the end of either armrest. And sitting there is a figure in armor with a flaming tendrils for hair, flaming tendrils for a long beard, and flaming eyes that are looking directly at you. And they are actually looking directly at you, Garu. As he says, I should have known that you would be someone else who is ruining one of my little hunts. You just have to interfere with everything that I'm doing, don't you, Garu?
It's nice to see you too, Argoth. And he kind of like does a little like half curtsy. I was unaware that this was one of your fights. Someone was in or hunts, not fights. Whew, is it hot in here? It's literally not hot in here, but he feels a little sweaty. How have you been? Since the I'm calling it the descension, but since the big calamity that's led us here. We're not here on purpose.
I'm wondering why I have now encountered not 1, but 5 minions that don't belong here in my
you-
jungles.
Hang on. And Shen, I just want to say, looks remarkably unimpressed by Argoth. Just like the aesthetic, the vibes, it's all off. It's all tacky as far as Shen's concerned. But did you miss the whole city in the sky blowing up? I would ask if you lived under a rock, but the answer is clearly yes, because you haven't called in an interior decorator since the Dark Ages.
Yes, sir. We didn't control where we fell when the city blew up, so we don't want to be in your realm.
Not that it's not beautiful. It's gorgeous. Full
So
of
good
beautiful wildlife.
Meh.
and frightening,
Terrifying. Absolutely harrowing. Yes.
harrowing. That's a good word. Good job.
Hey, Argoth, you realize we're all mortal now, including you, right? Like, you can die now.
Is
As
that
in-
what you think?
Yeah. You're always welcome to, prove me wrong.
At that word,
No.
once you say prove you wrong, all of a sudden all of you feel the heat immediately and need to make fortitude saves.
Shit.
Yeah. At the word prove, Gary.
I said
probably
him
like,
prove me wrong, that he
No,
can
that's
die.
the issue. That's the issue. That's a challenge.
Underproved.
He is already on
Underproved.
fire. Hey, demigod of fish kebabs, why don't you just put yourself a bunch of sticks and prove to me that you can survive? That's your whole fucking thing.
Overbaked and
Go to the
unproved.
bottom of the ocean and prove to me that you're
Perfect.
on fire.
Okay, that's a 19.
I'm actually good at fortitude saves, weirdly enough.
I got a 18.
Overworked. Underproof. Sorry.
Overweight. No.
Okay,
Terrible.
26 for me.
great. So you're gonna take, all of you are gonna take 3 fire damage, and that's including it being halved. And he's just going to sigh and go, "Would you like to keep challenging me?" And looks at Solio and goes, "I don't know if your friend can handle it."
And you look at Solio, and so he's like,
All right,
Just like barely hanging on.
look,
Solio's
Argoth,
like,
you don't want us to be here, and we don't want to be here. We have no way of getting out. We have no say in where we landed.
You say you have no way of getting out, and yet I've seen you do nothing but interfere with the members of the tribe in my lands instead of trying to get out.
Well, when people try to kill us, or get involved with people showing us the way out and then try to kill us, and we don't let them do that and stop them from killing the people who can show us out. Because mind you, I got kidnapped. I'm pretty sure you watched that too. They weren't about to let us out.
we're also
Yes.
just we do want
I've
to
already. The reason I knew that all of you were here is because Wakati decided to enter my domain to help you get through whatever peril you put yourself into.
I guess I'm confused about, like, I know we do want to leave. We just thought, I guess, before we left, we would try to figure out, what happened to the
Guy,
city.
you know?
Also, how's Bartho? Alive. That's good. You know who did that?
I know.
Helped.
You helped a weakling who couldn't survive in the jungle they claimed to be in charge of.
What do you think happened when the city fell? Because we don't have any powers. You know that, right?
You're saying Kelenoth is gone?
Oh my god. Can we walk outside and look up for 3 seconds? That's all you need to do.
I have no concerns.
See it. Nobody else can. We've had to try explaining this to nobody.
I see that Kelenoth has exploded. I was not there when it happened because, frankly,
noticed.
I have no concerns over what trivial things my family is a part of.
How is that trivial? Sorry. I don't mean that. I know it sounded rude. I'm just very tired. How is that trivial? Because it is the whole, like,
It
place where
became
people
trivial once I could no longer do my job and do my work because of a
Sadly got
little
laid off.
foxy fiend.
It wasn't on purpose. So
I mean,
my intention.
he is pretty foxy. I'll give him that.
Stop. But seriously, I did not mean to interfere. It simply seemed right. At the
No.
time, I have many regrets and will can I prove myself in any way to you?
The
Roll for
reason
people pleaser.
why I am here, instead of being able to have free reign of the rest of Torrent, is because I wanted to punish you. And the others, for some reason, thought that was harsh. And when I swore I would do it anyway, and then I pauses and then leans forward and goes, "Where are your parents now?"
We don't know.
Mine died but when I was like immortal, so technically there were trees. They might be burned down or a house by now. That's a long story.
Also, I mean, you can do what you want to me or my brother, and I mean, you might be afraid of my father, but I think we both know deep down who you should really fear is my mother. Wouldn't you agree?
Roll me a diplomacy with that, Solio.
That was a good one.
Thank you. He's just hanging
Your
on.
mom's scary.
Meanwhile, Zareb is just learning how to build
Oh,
something.
missed the tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi is playing in the background.
Oh yeah. It's very like mechanic shop vibes.
Well, actually, ironically enough, he does not have an issue with someone who didn't interfere with his direct hunt.
Here's the thing.
That was a 16.
Okay. He chuckles. And he stands up. Here's my deal.
And between these two and
Here's my deal. I will give you 2 days to get out of my jungle. If you can find your way out of my jungle. After 2 days, if you are still here, I will grant my blessing to any tribe that finds you and brings your heads to the arena. And don't worry, they'll get a bonus blessing if they destroy anyone who tries to protect you.
Ooh, a bonus blessing.
Oh, wait, hold on though. I mean, that's good, but I was just wondering. Don't you not care about them anyway? Aren't you like not entertained?
Oh. A hunt? Where all of the tribes are tearing down the jungles to find 4 invaders and are tearing each other apart? This'll be the greatest game I've ever watched.
Yeah, I can see.
I can understand why you got voted off of the Pantheon.
Not that the
Gary
Pantheon
nudges.
seems to have much power anymore.
No,
Does
no,
it
the
now?
Pantheon has plenty. It's the demigods that are meh. I mean, the gods can kind of die too now, but that's a different.
Do we know that?
And
like, whispers.
Argoth leans forward and goes, "What makes you so confident in your conclusion?"
Oh, it's less of a conclusion and more. I was already told that.
So, is this a lie or is this?
I am lying out
You're
my
flying.
ass.
Great.
With this
Roll
neck.
a full-on deception there. I'm like the DM's like, I'm feeling gaslit right now. The DM's feeling gaslit.
What
at
you're
this
saying is my
moment.
deception
I'm like,
check is
oh
already
no,
good.
I gave him the wrong
It's working
info.
really well.
Space moguls.
Yeah.
That was a nat 20. Granted, it's a nat 20, but it's only +3, but it's still a nat 20.
Great.
Nat 20 is a nat 20.
And then, so he just laughs and goes, "Then whoever told that was lying to you."
You're no fun.
I make my own fun.
Kind of sad from your perspective.
Shen.
Parties? I'm just gonna throw that out there. Everyone would come to my parties. I threw the best ones. There's a reason I worked for Morgoth.
Mm-hmm.
So since you want us to leave, are you gonna? Is there like a map?
I don't.
Now, where's the fun in the game if I just give you the answer? And with that, the ring of fire behind you flings forward and you are back in the foreman's office and the portal closes.
Is his son around? Is he with us still?
Bartho is in the foreman's office. Bartho didn't join you
Okay, cool.
in
Bartho,
there.
that's a dick.
My
Oh,
dad might be a dick, but he is also my family. We work to try to get his approval.
Where's Zareb when you need him?
Where's our therapist?
He had that coffee shop going on. This is.
Bartho, highly recommend therapy. I'm so sorry, everyone. If it's probably my fault that he was a little harsher on us. We go way back, and he does not like me. I don't know if you could tell.
I mean, quite frankly, I didn't know that you were the reason that he was voted off the island in the first place. So, quite frankly, I'm okay with it, and I support you fully.
Ah, yes. I did not know what I was doing at the time. And that was kind of before I achieved my, like, power. Well, I was sort of powerful enough to convince a king to not go to war, which apparently is a bad thing for the god of war, as you can probably imagine. But we should start packing now. And he, like, starts to, like, stride out of the room before realizing he really doesn't have anything. Or we just make a plan.
Well, I'm gonna. Shen looks at the foreman. Is there a way to get out of this jungle in 2 days, or is it gonna be like a 1 day and 1.5 days would get us halfway out, and then the next, 2 days we're just gonna have to run and hope that we make it to the end.
I mean, to be honest, it's been about 50 years since I was even outside of the jungle. Don't exactly remember how I got in, let alone get out. And she looks at Bartho and goes, and Bartho kind of looks and goes, we weren't really given much information about the outside world, outside the jungles. So we don't really know much about how to leave. There is mountains surrounding almost the entire jungle.
Of course there are. This whole thing is an arena for him.
Ooh, wait, okay. Wasn't there like a mechanical bird? And Sully was also like swaying on his feet. Wasn't there a bird? Can we send the bird high enough to see mountain?
There
mean
was
Buddy?
the spy drone. There's a spy
Right? I
drone
mean,
if
if
you
you
want
go
to
high
use.
enough, you could see him probably, unless the jungle is so big that, you know.
That is an idea. How high can Buddy fly?
Well, haven't really tested it, to be honest. So I don't really know.
Would you be willing to test it?
Sure. It'll be a good experiment at the very least. And she does send the Buddy up. And Buddy's gone for a couple of hours, kind of seeing how high it can go. And then at a certain point you go, you see Bella look up and go, oh yeah, he went too high. Here it comes, tumbling down now. And you just see Buddy like very much free falling back down to earth. And it was like, someone grab a net or trampoline or something. And let me roll something for Buddy.
We just killed Buddy. Bye, Buddy.
That was not that was not about oh, a guy trying. Thank you for another donation to Trans Lifeline. We are now $100 through our donation match by Megalosaurus Rex. So thank you so much for everyone who's contributed. And that actually means that we are at the next giveaway now.
Oh my
Which
god!
is
Wait, get your
amazing because
friends
we are
in
over
here. Let them
600.
know.
Amazing. So everyone in
God.
chat, this is actually going to be a roll. This is going to be a roll. The roll of the giveaway. But this is going to be the giveaway is going to be a scale mail crown that is made by one of our community members, Dragonfly, who has created these, and they are scale mail, and they are the ones that were shown at least are scale mail, and they're created in the trans flag colors. So if you want to be a possible winner, please put the word buddy into the chat, and please put buddy in the chat, and you will be eligible for this next giveaway. So if
Nobody
you are
puts
in
buddy
there,
in
please
the
put
chat.
buddy in the chat.
Please put buddy in the
And make
chat.
sure to spell it correctly.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but also make sure it's spelled correctly.
Booty.
Booty. Oh, fine.
Sorry. Sorry to harsh your mellow.
All
Don't
right.
count.
As we are, a reminder to everyone in chat who wants to win a possibly win a scale mail crown, please be sure to put buddy in the chat. All right. So, the bad news is that Buddy definitely crashes to the ground. The good news is Buddy's memory is very much still intact. And so
Yay.
Bella plugs it in, and he goes, "Oh, all right, that's interesting." And she's like, "Did you get to river or something?"
Yes. Yes, that's where we pulled the merman from.
Well,
Well, we put him
apparently,
in.
according
And then we pulled him
Put
out.
him in.
according to what Buddy saw, on the west side of the jungle, the river goes out into the ocean, and in through a valley in the mountains.
Yeah, we did it. Sorry, buddy. I love this. So that's
Oh, don't
not
worry.
too-
Buddy's memory is fully intact. I'll be able to just go ahead and put him back together. Very easy, simple design, really.
Amazing. You are
First
an
of all-
amazing person, Bella.
For sure. That's wild. Is there a way we can like draw like a little map? map.
And she does draw a little good bad news. Buddy is dead. Good news, he's the keyword for a giveaway. That's not exactly yeah. Good news, his sacrifice was not in vain. Yeah, so actually he because of Buddy's scan, you are able to get a rough sketch of the map. And again, we are at good news, bad news. Good news, you know where a possible exit from the jungles of Argoth is. Bad news, remember when I said it's on the west side of the jungle?
Is that over 2 days across the jungle, Smuggles?
Yeah, well, you're on the northeast side of the jungle. So it's probably going to take more like half a week on foot.
Okay. So, new plan. And this is absolutely up for debate, but quite frankly, I don't like Argoth. Sorry, not sorry. And I personally
Hot take.
am.
Or cold
Hot
take,
take.
sorry.
God of War.
Yeah, and I'm See, here's the thing. I was born, well, sprouted mortal. And this has kind of stuck with me, is this very, very limited lifespan mentality of go fuck yourself if you upset me. There's something about spite that is a wonderful motivator for mortals. And all of you, quite frankly, and you too, Zarab, if you can hear me, all of you should learn to take this with a little bit more spice and aplomb. Because quite we are in the most war-torn jungle. And as far as I'm concerned, part of the reason why I don't like Argoth so much, what I do and what he does are direct opposites. He's
Right.
war. I am, quite frankly, against it. I'm for peace. I want people to live their life how they want to, and I want people to die how they want to, so they can put everything behind them.
But
So
what if someone wants to die of war? What if someone wants to be a soldier and perish on the field of battle in a blaze of glory?
but that's the thing. They don't want to die in war. They want to die in battle. They want to die proving something. A war doesn't just affect the people that are in the war. It affects everyone afterwards. It affects everyone behind you. Dying a good death in battle affects you and it ends there.
But if war doesn't exist,
The
does
kingdom
peace
where your
exist?
family lives dies, there's nothing left. If you die, your kingdom dies, your country falls, you are forgotten. And there is no one left. And I have been to those death watches. I have held those wakes for an empty room. It is not a good way to die. And none of them want them. So all I can think of is we go to that arena and we throw the biggest goddamn party that they have ever seen. And we make every tribe in this jungle the best of friends. Because if we take away whatever power Argoth has, if we throw away his concept of war and we ruin his domain, the gods already don't like him. The only reason that they're not helping us get out of here, that they're not actually able to do anything to help us find a rendezvous, is because they don't want to piss him off. We piss him off enough, they'll step in. And if we ruin this, they'll have no problems getting involved. Because I am so sick and tired of every aspect of mortality that is just ruled and prodded by the gods getting involved. And I have not felt this angry since. And Lan puts his hand on Shen's shoulder. And Shen is just very tightly grasping that amulet that has the fractured piece of Lan's amber. And Lan says, the first time Lan speaks, there's nothing you could have done. And Shen very quietly responds, I understand that you think your death was the will of the gods, and that is why I am as angry as I am. Everyone takes the will of the gods as an excuse, and I am not going to stand for it.
And with that, I think we will end our session. Take a hero point, Scarlet, for that rousing speech by Shen. Amazing. We are going to now at the end of our session, Pasiphae Moon gave inspiration, Shen, by the way, which counts as a hero point as well. So
Nice.
all right. Anyone who we are at our giveaway time. So anyone who hasn't already, if you want the chance to win a scale mail crown created by our community member Dragonfly, please type the word buddy in chat. Don't worry if you've already typed it in, it is counted. So please put buddy in chat if you would like a chance to win. As we hit our $600 incentive goal for here. Amazing. All right. Last chance to enter Buddy. And I am going to roll it in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. And the winner is Megalosaurus Rex. Congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations,
Yay,
Megalosaurus
Megan.
Rex. You will win
knowing both
a scale
Megalosaurus
mail crown.
Knowing both Megalosaurus Rex and a guy trying, I have a feeling there will maybe be a trade.
Amazing.
We'll find out. All right.
Thank you all for donating so much. This is crazy. And thank
Yes.
you,
This is
Megan.
amazing, y'all.
Yeah, so if you are just joining and you joined previous night streams, you'll notice that there is we are currently at we have an $800 goal, and it's just been expanded because as you see the scrolling text, we have a donation match in progress by Megalosaurus Rex. Already $100 has been donated, and $400 more that is donated will get doubled. So that is great. And Pasiphae Moon just asked an amazing question, which is if you can get links to the shops. Dragonfly is not doing anything from a shop. Dragonfly is making these just for the giveaways right now. But I am going to share the link to the first giveaway, which is an Etsy shop called Mugs, T-shirts, and more. And a good news is for the end of for Pride, it is actually 10% off if you use the code. Let me just get the code right now. Pride10. If you use the code Pride10 at this Etsy shop, you will get 10% off during Pride Month in order to get a discount. So thank you all so much. Thank you everyone for joining us today for our City of Gods episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you had a great time. We have so much more happening this week. Tomorrow, we will have a continuation of the Kindred campaign run by Ben. On Thursday, we have Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which will be run by Dreamy, and Helena will also be part of that stream. And
Very thirsty.
on Friday, Will Wright, thank you for donating another $20 to Trans Lifeline. Thank you so much. And then on Friday, we have Eberron Dark Lanterns continuing that campaign. And then we will end our charity week on Saturday with Avatar Legends, the RPG. So way more exciting stuff to go see. I hope all of you go to see all of these amazing games that are going to be running. And thank you everyone who has supported our charity week for Trans Lifeline. We are halfway through the week and we have raised $720 for Trans Lifeline. So I am overwhelmed with the amount of love and support that we are getting from everyone in this community. So thank you everyone from the bottom of my heart. And does anyone else have anything they would like to socials they would like to tell everyone about, or anything like that they would like to chat before we sign off?
I will gladly plug the dice that I'm using, as well as the maker, if that's all right.
Yes, they're so pretty.
So the dice that I'm using, I'm gonna see. I had this idea earlier. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. The dice that I am using are actually that they don't do that in person.
I was
The
like, the dice glow.
They're
No, I wouldn't.
glowing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
these
gosh,
are a
that's so
beautiful set
pretty.
of dice made for me by Fayflight Dice, who are about. Spoiler alert! They're about to have a big Pride shop release, which they have just named. Show up to Pride 15 minutes late with iced coffee.
Iconic.
So they are actually just going to be doing a Pride release. They are actually watching the stream, and I'm sure they are dropping their socials in the chat.
Where's the
In
link?
chat,
I see
y'all.
Flavite
like it.
dice. Yeah.
But yes, they are absolutely beautiful, really, really, really well made, handcrafted dice. Highly recommend. Get in the comments.
All right.
Yay.
Well, thank you everyone so much for watching and for supporting us on Charity Week. City of Gods will be back in another 2 weeks with episode 6 as we find out whether these demigods are either going to escape the jungles or throw a massive party. We'll find out where we go. But until
Fingers
then,
crossed for pardon.
until then, clickety clackety, please come backety. Goodbye.